Well, I had to change what I thought success was. You know, at first everyone's telling you you have to do this, you have to do this, you must get this Grammy, you must be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, you must, all these things they tell you. And it has nothing to do with your truth. I mean, that's all just marketing, really. I am proud to be a musician's musician. Most musicians know me. You know, if the public doesn't know me, you know, I'm okay. I'm okay with this. So once I decided that everyone was not supposed to like me, it freed me up. That I didn't have to try to be something for everyone. Like, you know, I only had to be myself. So on a big stage with Sting, it's deceptive because at first I was the opening act for Sting. So when I would come on stage, nobody wants to hear me. They want to hear Sting. And I am just something that's delaying what they paid for, right? So I have to go out into a hostile audience who came to see Sting, 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 Sting. And I go on stage with a big black man and a drum, which doesn't make any sense. And so I start to sing, and my job was to stop them from going to the toilet. Oh, it's not Sting? Okay, you know. Stop them and make them listen is a very difficult challenge. You know, and it was my challenge to make them stop and go, oh, wow, what is this? Wow, you know, and I have some great success with this. And also there are people that go, oh man, something else for Sting. Okay, I'm going to go get a beer and I'm going to go to the bathroom because I didn't come for this. They weren't even open sometimes to hear it. So you realize that it's not, you know, it's not necessarily that they love you. Sometimes it's just crowd control. You know, just being an entertainer and giving them something interesting to see. But the audience that has stayed with me for my whole career, these are people that I've touched, you know, actually touched, and we have a connection with them. So I've had 60 years of career with people that understand and are connected to me. For me, that's success. If I can actually connect to people, and people come to me 20 years later and say, you know, I met my husband because we went to hear your music, it was very romantic, you know, or people that say, I listened to your music when I was a baby because my mother always listened to your music, so I grew up hearing, and you're like, wow, I didn't know I was in your family, so connected to your life, you know. And later, this is the things that are important for me, you know. I travel the world, yes, but I don't remember how much I got paid in these places. I remember the places, I remember the people, I remember the experiences. I don't remember that it was a lot of money or not a lot of money, you know. As I look back, this wasn't important in the end. This is not the part that was important. You know, Herbie Hancock, you know, it's great. He just shows you the possibilities of when you think you are connecting from when you actually are connecting. You know, when you experience this master, you're like, wow, you know, he is really, you know, connected to his conversation. You know, it's too easy for us to be a caricature of what we think people want to see. You know, but to tell your truth every night and how you really feel is a challenge, and it is you are exposed. You know, it's easy if I put on a suit and I go put on my costume and I go on stage and I do whatever they expect me to do. I'm not at risk. I'm just playing a character, right? Like an actor. These are the lines they gave me. I'm just doing my lines. You know, we don't really know that person. But in music, you are exposing all of your emotions, all of your good and bad, your faults, everything. Here I am. So you can't hide. You know, this is a hard thing to do. If you're an introvert and you don't want people to really know, you know, your failures and your fears, and then you don't give it, you know. But people know if you're cheating. Just like your girlfriend knows if you really are in love or you just like, let's go to sleep now. You know, they can tell the difference, you know. So I suggest don't say what you think they want to hear. Say what you feel. If they love it, then you're connected. If they don't like it, it won't last anyway. You know, they're not going to believe you. Once they find out you're lying, you know, they're on to something else. So I say, give them your heart. Be brave, like in love.